Hello all, I hope everyone is well. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are back with a very interesting SQL video. Let's just first understand the question, then we will jump into the solution. Okay, so here today we have been given a table where there are 5 columns basically. So there is user ID, session start, session end, session ID and session type. And what we need to find out here is the users who became the streamers. So basically, if you see for the user ID 101, right? For user ID 101, he was previously, he was a viewer first. Initially, he was a viewer. Then he became the streamer, right? So for user ID 101, so in the first instance, he was a viewer. Then he became a streamer. So for 101, the count is 2. For that's why 101, so there were like 2 records basically. He was a viewer first and he became the streamer, so that's why the session count is 2. Okay, but if you look at 102, he was never a viewer, so he was a streamer initially, right? So from the beginning he was a streamer, so that will not be there in the output. For 103, right, for 103 he was never a viewer, but he was a streamer, right, from the beginning, so this will not be in the output. For 104, he was a viewer initially, right, and after that he became the streamer, so the count will be 1. So this record will be there, so this is the count, so this 2 will be there, right? This is the count. Okay, makes sense. So we will jump into the solution, like how we can solve it. So this is our data, right? So this is our data. If you see, this is our data. Okay, so this is the data. So I have taken the data here, I have created it basically. So now how we are going to solve it? Now, when I told you that the person will be the viewer first, right? So person will be the viewer first, right? So that means at the very beginning, or you can think of like the when the start date, session start is basically when it is a minimum. So then the person has to be a viewer, right? So what I need to find out? So we need to find out the minimum of session start, right? So because at the minimum of that start date, he will be the viewer first, right? So for that, you need to write select, you know, user ID, comma, minimum of session start, right? As you can give min session start from this table, right? From this table, okay? And write down group by um, user ID, right? So what I wanted to do here is basically you need to take the minimum of session start and see, like, for each and every user ID, take the minimum of session start. Okay, so if I run this together, so we will get this, right? So for each and every user ID, will get the minimum session start, right? I mean minimum of this session start, right? So I'm just rearranging this basically. Okay, now when you get that, you need to find out on this basically dates who are the viewers, because not everyone will be the viewer, right, for this particular minimum of session start. So you need to find out those persons or those user IDs who are the viewers on this date, right? So that for that, so let's take this as a subquery. Basically, you need to join with the main table, right? So as a, so you can write down as a or as b, and I will join with, so this will be our subquery, and this should be joined with. So I'm just writing the select clause first. Select, then I will write the required column. Select star from audience source table, right, as a inner join. So what I'm doing is I'm just joining this table, right, or I'm joining this table, the main table, with the inner query, right? And the condition would be on a dot, let's say user ID equals to b dot user ID, and there will be another condition will be like a dot session type, because we need only the viewers, right, on the minimum of session start. So that's why I need to give the condition as viewer, right? And we need the required columns from here, right? So we need, let's say, a dot user ID, comma a dot session start, and let's say a dot session type, right? This is from cluster, yeah. So a dot session type. Okay, so these are the columns that we need. Okay, so now yeah, so I'm just writing. Okay, so what I have done is, so we have created the minimum of session start, and we have joined with the main table on the basis of user ID, and we need to find out on the, I mean, for all the minimum session start, who are the uh, you know, who are the viewer, right? For each and every okay, so for each and every this user ID, for each and every user ID, who are the viewers. So if I run this, so these are the viewers basically, right? So we got that, right? So first, what have we done? Well, we have calculated the minimum values, right, for each minimum values. And okay, so so we need to find out the the minimum of basically you need to find out the minimum of session start, and there will be another condition like, and you need to write a dot um, you know session start, right? A dot session start equals to b dot minimum of session start, and this, right? So if I run this, so we'll get this, right? So basically what I have done is, I have I have created the minimum session start, and I have joined with the main table, right, on the basis of a dot user is equals to b dot user id, right? And a dot session start equals to b dot minimum session start, and a dot session type equals to viewer. So basically you need to find out the users who are the viewers on the session start when the session start is minimum, right? So we got this result, right? Now put that into a city, right? Put that into a city. Okay, so we have put that into a city. Now, so we have got this, right? 101, 104, right? So um, these are the records, right? If you remember. Now what you need to do is, after that, basically, now you need to find out how many streamers, like how we discussed, like 101 became the streamer, right, from viewer. So what you need to do is write down, now I'll write down the select columns later. So let me write the from clause. From, take the prepared data. Okay, take the prepared data as A. Okay, inner join with audience host table. Okay, as B, right? On join this together like this. This records, I mean, whatever we have got it from the city with the main table on A dot. Okay, user ID equals to B dot user ID. Okay, sorry. Okay, P dot user ID. And think about it. Think about it. Like, we will be joining with this, but we told that he became the streamer, right? This guy, this user ID became the streamer. So think like that. So this, date must be greater than this date, right? Then he will become the streamer from viewer, right? So if you look at 101, right? So he was the viewer first, then he became the streamer, right? So this date, the streamer, when he became the streamer, so that date will be greater than this date, right? So we can write a condition like a dot user id, not user id, a dot session start, right? Session start must be less than b dot session start. What do you mean by that? So a dot session start is nothing but from coming from here. So this session start will be less than b dot session start. So he became the streamer. So that session start will be greater than this one, right? And and b dot session type will be streamer, right? Is correct. So b dot session type will be streamer, right? Now if I select a dot star comma b dot star, let's see, okay, and I'll write order by user ID. Okay, let's first do that. Let's say a dot user ID. Okay, let's just do that. So if I run this, right, so you'll get like this. For 101, if you see, he was the viewer, correct, and he became the streamer. So there are two records for 101. For 101, 4, there are one record, right? There is one record. Now we don't need all, right? So we need b dot user id. Let's say, let's take from b dot user id. So you need to take the count, right? So I'm just deleting this. So b dot user id, right? And take count of star, right, as session count, correct? And so this guy, right, so we'll be having the count 2 and 104 will be having the count 1, right? So take the group by b dot user id, correct? Group by b dot user id and order by dot user id, whatever. So now if I run this, basically what happened, prepare data user is invalid in order by oh, so take b dot, yes, sorry. So now if I run this, you'll be getting the count, right? So this is our intention, right? If you remember that we need to find out the user IDs with the session count. We have got the result, right? So 101, the count is 2. For 104, the count is 1. Okay, so this is only one way to, you know, basically to create like you need to get the result. Like if you try to follow this way, there are multiple ways to do that. Basically, you can use a, you know, window function to do that. I believe that the query will be little bit lesser the way I did it rather than, but I mean that query will be very handy if you give it a try. So I have tried to solve it in this way. You can try it in your own way, and I'll give the script into the description box. You can try, you know, creating the query in a different way and post it the solution in the comment section. So I'll have a look. Yeah. So this is the thing. So I hope this is clear to everyone. So if you have any questions, just let me know into the comment section, and probably will come and join in the next session. Till then, thank you. Bye.